Nope, we had closed session.
You got 1 minute.
So Mr. Mayor might have,
Once you're there. I already smell it.
May, you were out. It was this afternoon when I came in. He was looking for your last,
West Wendover is a city.
for your contract.
My grand.
I have no idea where her contract is, if it's saved electronically.
I feel the air moving.
I don't remember. Oh, I think he was just wondering when it got.
Hi there, how are you?
You know, I remember.
Worst thing I could ever done.
Yeah. Are you gonna watch last year? Why? But
I don't. I know, and
you know
I
what?
I said last year, you know, we did the evaluation, but
Okay, it's 7 o'clock. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Thanks for everybody showing up tonight. We always need a crowd. Roll call.
Barlow.
Here.
Bergeron. Brem.
Here.
Devroy.
Here.
McLean.
Here.
Rezegi.
Here.
Rocha.
Here.
Stenzelbarton.
Here.
Tassava.
Yes, here. Entertain a motion to excuse Councilmember Bergeron.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that. Motion by McLean, second by Rocha.
Rocha.
To excuse Councilmember Bergeron. Everybody in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the same. We all rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everybody get a chance to look at the agenda. Any additions or corrections?
No, I'll make the motion to approve the agenda as written. I support.
Okay, motion by McLean, supported by Devroy. And, okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. You also, in your packet, you have the minutes of the September 8th, 2025 regular meeting. Any additions or corrections to that?
Your Honor, I move that we approve the minutes of September 8, 2025 regular meeting as written.
Support. Okay, motion by Stenzelbarton, supported by Brem, to approve the minutes of the September 8th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Roll call.
Rezegi.
Yes.
Stenzelbarton.
Yes.
Barlow.
Yes.
Devroy.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Brem.
Yes.
Rocha.
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Public hearings, we have none. Public comment. At this time, anybody would like to get up and talk, I'll give you 3 minutes. You tell me who you are, and if you're a citizen of Hastings.
I have to go back to the
Yep,
podium? or
right back
just
to
stand
podium.
here? Hello, my name is Carol Ergang, E-R-G-A-N-G. I live at 103 Village Drive, which is in Penticastle. I'm here to talk about the walk around the perimeter of Titan Park. On September 13th to the 14th, they had a cancer relay for life. And at 6 o'clock that night, they have what they call a survivor walk. And I got on it. I haven't been on walking around Pennick for a long time, and I was shocked at how disrepair that is. Some of the pavement is gone, and and people could have gotten stumbled and fell, and on this relay for cancer, they start at noon on the 13th and it goes for 24 hours, and someone is always walking around on that walk for the 24 hours. And so that's what I would like the council or the city to consider if you haven't walked it, I urge you to take a walk around there and you'll see for yourself what shape it's in. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
need that? I will pick it up. These are fireworks.
Can you tell us who you are?
Oh, sorry,
Yep.
Sarah Robinson.
Tell Linda over there.
Sarah
She has to put on record.
Robinson.
Thank you.
And your address. Oh, 235 East Blair Street.
So we saw the fireworks. Can you go up back up there and talk?
Can they see them too? Can I show them too?
Them who?
Just the people that are here.
Yeah, you can, Ron. You're on the clock right now. You have 3 minutes, so.
These are all the fireworks that are in my yard.
From 1 year.
This.
I'm Joyce Freiling. I live at 624 North Boltwood. The fireworks, the Lifegate Church right across from my house, and they they shoot them off like 2-3 hours. People's babies, kids can't sleep because it's boom, boom, boom for hours. A couple years ago, I had to get some kids out of my yard. They were running in and out of my bushes and on my berm. The parents were sitting on the curb and like, if those kids fell and hurt something in my yard, I would get sued. So I had to go out there and tell them that kids can't be running all over my yard. And her yard got burned a couple years ago with the fireworks. And her deck got a black spot too. We're very worried that it's going to end up on our roof or on our house. My front porch is wood. And that's scary, thinking something's going to happen to your house. And I don't know why, but this is the first time a state police car was there in their parking lot. First time ever, I don't know why. Go ahead.
All those things were in my yard and somewhere on my roof. And some of the driveway, and I didn't get them all. That's probably half of what was there. Pretty uncomfortable. I don't want my house to burn down. And it's probably only maximum 200 feet from where they're letting them off. And it's surrounded by homes. I'm only one direction. It's completely encircled with homes, the church is. And I took a ball of some of those to him, to the pastor. I said, I want you to know, I'm not angry, I'm concerned. This is my home. And it's got my whole everything, it's just me. And for me to lose that would be everything. So I showed it to him. He said, this is interesting. I didn't notice. I didn't know, I think he said. And I said, well, I'd like you to please present it to your board and see what they say, because my neighbor and I are very uncomfortable with what's going on. It's too close, way too close. And then when we were walking just this week around the neighborhood, and that's when the young woman with a baby, who's also right across the road on another side, she said, my child was screaming with fireworks. She was terrified with a baby. And so we're not the right place, in my opinion. It's not safe, it's not healthy. And I'm sorry to chase them away, but.
And they do it for hours. It's not just like 30 minutes or 40 minutes, it's hours.
Yep. But even then, all it takes is one firework to burn down a house.
Yep.
And
Okay.
one of them was on my roof.
Your time's up.
Time's up.
Thank you.
Got it in. Thank you.
You make a comment, Sam. You can make a comment at the end of the meeting.
You can't ask questions to Claire?
Not in the public, it's public comment in one way. It's not a question and answer session, it's only a comment section. That's the rules of the open meetings.
I'm confused.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Presentation by Dave Hatfield. Dave Hatfield's on vacation. Presentation by Gino Lucci. Lucci? Lucci. Hastings Airport
Hastings
Manager.
City, Berry County Airport. Notice we put the city first,
There, thank you.
just so you know.
Always first.
So, I've been the airport manager for about a year, and I've been meaning to come out here and do this presentation for a while, so we had to change it up a little bit. But our new building has just eaten up a lot of time. So some of this information might be a little redundant if we could go to the first one. So a lot of people don't really understand who we are. The Hastings City Berry County Airport is a jointly owned asset by both the city and the county. The city owns the property, hence the term Hastings City, and then the county handles the fiduciary for the airport. We're run by a board of 2 county commissioners, 2 city-appointed councilmen, and 1 member at large. You can see all their pictures up there, the handsome men that they are. And the airport was founded in 1947. So next one. Who am I? There was a lot of controversy with some folks when I got hired. Nobody really knew who I was because I kind of stayed out of politics. I just like, if it's airplanes or church, I can answer your questions. Outside that, there's not too much I know about. But I'm the airport manager. I'm an independent contractor, and I'm hired by the airport to run the airport and handle everything with the FAA. My team is basically my family. I'm the only paid person at the airport. Aside from being certified by the state of Michigan as an airport manager, I've been in aviation since I was 13 years old, 25-year combat veteran of the Air Force. I'm a FAA licensed pilot, mechanic. I'm also a licensed inspector for aircraft. So all of these help give me a little bit more rounded background. I don't just have one area that I do in the world for in aviation. And I also started a company called Round Engine Aero, which supplies airplane parts to vintage aircraft community. So now about the airport itself, we're on a 270 acres. We're northwest of town. We have a paved runway, 5,000 feet by 75 feet. What that means is we can handle the airplanes that were needed for the Rock the County event that we had. So we can really handle some pretty big stuff. We have 2 grass runways. We have a 24-hour terminal. We have jet fuel along with aviation gasoline at a 15,500 gallon capacity. As far as Michigan airports go, for an airport our size, that's very significant. So we can handle a lot and do a lot. So these numbers that I'm giving you, they kind of show how important our airport is just to aviation as a whole in Michigan. We do have a flight school courtesy car. We have aircraft maintenance on the field, and we do aircraft manufacturing out there. There's crop dusting support, medevac flights, which is probably the most impactful here to the community. And we also have a lot of Army training support, and during the hurricane, we had hurricane relief flights that our pilots were doing to fly in and out of the airport. That was all on their own, so our airport was pretty important. Everybody here likes the numbers, so what do we have? We have 95 aircraft assigned in Michigan, or at our airport. That doesn't mean that there's 95 airplanes there at all times, but 95 airplanes call Hastings City Berry County Airport their home. That's very significant with that number. Grand Rapids only has 88 aircraft that GRR calls their home. So when federal funding comes out, this helps us with the federal funding for the number of aircraft that we have out there. We have everything from a little tiny ultralight all the way up to multi-engine jets, and I put those numbers in there. And we do over 16,000 operations annually. So it's not just a bunch of rich guys flying their airplanes in and out. An operation could be anything from an approach to a medevac flight to somebody just taking their family up and around. So 16,000 is quite a bit that goes on out there. In the last year, we sold 50,000 gallons of fuel in the last 12 months. So we're doing a lot, and a lot of these numbers have been increasing and continue to increase. So the economic impact, this is the really important thing. We're one of the few airports in the state of Michigan that is fully self-funded. So I don't come to you and ask you for money. I don't come to the county and ask for money. We make it work with what we have that's out there. Some of that comes from donations. Some of it comes from the feds, which comes from different various areas. But the biggest thing is if your constituents ask you, why are you putting money into the airport? Really, you're not putting money into the airport. We may come to you for a loan and we have to pay it back, but we are not coming out and asking for money. And we're very proud of that. I just came from an airport managers conference. And there was only one other airport there that was like that, and I was told there's just a handful in the whole state that are self-funded. Our airport directly provides 107 local jobs. We generate $46,000 of local and state taxes, and we support another 125 jobs statewide that are directly come from our airport. We service about 35,000 passengers a year, and all operations are increasing. Fuel cells, air ambulance especially, and our flight training. Just as an overall for you, in the not counting airlines, small airports like ours have over 1.3 million jobs in the country and generate $339 billion for total economic input. So we're doing our part as far as a little airport goes. So what's happening right now? Well, we just built a 1,900 square foot terminal, and it's expected to be complete in July. It's pretty much done. We're finishing up a few of the little punch list items. What you're looking at on the back there, those are some donated items that airport members donated, so people in the community could sit and watch airplanes if they like. There's nice umbrella tables and things like that. Currently, there's going to be a $500,000 taxiway rehab project, which started this year, or just this today. That's very important because that allows us to also increase our federal funding and allows me to do different things at the airport. If your pavements aren't good, the feds won't allow you to spend money on anything but pavement. So our pavements are good. These were starting to become marginal, so we're already taking care of that. So we're not one of those organizations that's sitting back and we're taking care of problems, you know, on an emergency basis. We're proactively taking care of stuff while remaining self-funded. In spring of next year, we're going to have an automated weather system. So everybody that has a cell phone, when you get your weather data, it'll become a lot more accurate because the weather system will be based right out of Berry County Airport, and we'll no longer be getting information from Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo and making the two work. So that will also help us increase our airport capacity because now bigger airplanes can fly in. When I say bigger, more passenger airplanes, and then more business aircraft can fly in and out of there. In 2027, we're going to have a parallel taxiway. Again, it's a safety item. And then we have another aerospace manufacturer looking to break ground a little bit later this year. And we're going to have an airplane placed out front, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, so that people will know where the airport is whenever they drive by it. We also work with the county and the city's EMS departments. This past weekend, we had an event where the fire chief was out there with his crew practicing extracting somebody from a crashed airplane and bringing them up over the hill. And we were working with the feds, and then our county EMS guy was there. Our usage for the terminal, I'm very grateful for this, since I've been there, is up over 75%. And we have a hard way of telling that, a hard factual way, which is the increase of use of toilet paper. So that's how we know people are using our building and far more than they did before. So that's one real way. If we go next terminal here, this is really cool. Let's go back one. Good. So this is really neat. This is our terminal. If you notice the inside, we had a kitchen installed, and then we have a big pilot's briefing room that we can do, and some different views. And the one in the middle picture there, you can see a food buffet. That was the pilots got together on Labor Day. It was a last-minute thing, and they all kind of pitched in and did some of that stuff. Those events weren't happening before, so I'm very grateful to say that we've created a community out there at the airport within our regular community we have. And everybody's welcome, too. That's not just, you don't have to be a pilot to go to that. Anybody that's part of the Flying Association or hears about it, we don't turn anybody away. And then, of course, there's our briefing rooms that we have. So we've created an environment. We're building it, hoping that they will come and bring more business into the Hastings area. So I hope to see you on the 21st of next month, and that's your invite to come on out. I hear that the mayor will be speaking, so, you know, he has many wise words of wisdom to bring out there at the airport. So we do have a schedule of events, as I said, on the 21st at 3:30. We're going to have all day. We're going to advertise on our Facebook page of different things going on all day, but at 3:30, and we're going to dedicate the building. October 31st is Haunted Hangars. We did that last year, and that's an event for the people of the community. The pilots bring the airplanes out. We secure the area for the ramp so kids can run as much as they want to run, and they don't have to worry about being hit by a car or an airplane or anything. And we hand out, all the pilots hand out candy. A lot of the community has asked if they can bring their cars and park them in the parking lot and hand out candy. It's just a great event that we have, and we're so happy, and everybody's so excited. Last year, we figured we were going to have about 150, 200 kids. We had 400 in a 2.5 hour period. What's that?
What's the date of that again?
October 31st, I'm sorry.
I can't see it.
Oh, 21st.
31st. The 21st is the open house, the 31st is Haunted Hangars.
Yeah.
So if you come dressed to the open house, it'll be fun, but I don't think
I'm not dressing up.
Okay, I'm just saying. You'd think some of the guys do anyways out there. But then in November, we had some people that participate in the gingerbread house for the library, but they make airport stuff and enter it. We also participate in the Jingle Mingle Parade. We believe in being part of the community. And if you want to join, follow us on Facebook. It's the Hastings City, Berry County Airport 9D9 is how that's the official page for the airport. We post a lot of updates out there. Neat airplanes come in. We post all those. And every third Tuesday at 6 p.m. is the Hastings Flying Association. It's kind of neat. They do a safety brief, and then everybody just kind of gets together. It's not nearly as fun as the board meeting where we serve hot dogs, but you can come out to the board meeting if you'd like, which is the fourth Wednesday of every month. And then we have airplanes and coffee daily. So again, that community we've created where people are coming in. We have some folks that will contact me on Facebook and know, hey, when's the pilot's going to have coffee? It's usually around 10:30, and they bring their kids in, and the pilots talk to them. And so we have a really good time out there. At the last conference I was at, we've also learned about a lot of fun things that we can do at the airport to increase its use for the community. These are some pictures from haunted hangars to give you an idea of what goes on out there. People dressing up in the airplanes, and I have to give the girl in the upper right kudos. She made that costume herself, and while she talks to you, she had that dragon moving all around like it was alive. It was really, really cool. We also give out, in haunted hangars, in the kettle corn that we give out, there is a golden ticket for a free airplane flight. So some kid gets to win a free airplane ride. The last thing that I have for you, this is kind of, let's go to this next one, hit that, just click on it. There you go, lower left. See the little arrow? No, go back onto the screen. Okay, so this is something that we had made for us. It was a little bit of a college did this for us, and what they did is they took our business flights in and out of Hastings. Okay, so this is just tracking one metric of the business flights that we have in and out of there. What you're looking at is every time an airplane leaves Hastings Airport, Hastings Airport, and then goes out, quit laughing at that. It goes out, and then it comes back. It's showing you that they hit a state, and then the state, where the area that it hits in there gets larger and larger and larger. So towards the end of this here, it takes a couple minutes, what you'll see is some pretty big dots where we're servicing other states from within our state. Ultimately, it'll be 33 states and over 400 flights. And what that is basically saying Hastings Fiberglass is one of the big users of the airport. So is Mensch Manufacturing, both based here in the county or in the city, and we can use them. They can stay here, but they don't have to move to go to these other manufacturing facilities. So they can service them right from here. Then the other ones that you're seeing all throughout there, those are just little airplanes of guys that might have a small business and they're going to show products somewhere else. So our airport is a pretty good place to have and a pretty good place to be as far as businesses go. If you want to click towards the end there, you can, instead of making everybody painfully watch the whole thing. There you go. So you can see how big the dots are getting and the airplanes coming in and out. You also, the hurricane relief flights, this was from last year's data. Basically, you'll see down there where they went down for the hurricanes and how it gets a little bit bigger. So that's my presentation. Is there any questions on the airport? Any questions on what we have, what we do, what assets we have, or anything like that?
So I've been in aviation for 20 years, and I know Western's aviation training protocol pretty well. What kind of training do you currently do there?
We have the Thornapple Flying Academy.
Okay.
Is the official flight school that's out of there, and then there's other pilots that have their own planes that they train, but they're not big enough to be like an academy, and they fall under a little bit different of a certification. Western is one of the reasons why we have so many operations that are done in and out of there. They're constantly using our airport, running up my electric bill, but that's just kind of the way that it is. But they're constantly in and out of there, and then we have the smaller ones, and then we have the powered parachutes who also use it, and we have a glider also based there.
So I attempted to do rotor. So I worked rotor wing aircraft for 15 years, and
Okay.
I always wanted to get my rotor wing license, but they don't have anything on this side of the state. It's all.
I know a guy. So.
Well, that's why I was wondering. I know a guy
Yeah.
who could.
There is a gentleman out there that does teach helicopter flying. You kind of got to be interviewed
Sure.
by him before he'll take them on. He's very specific, very hardcore.
When the hours are expensive too, I know.
Yes, they're
Very
it's a Bell
expensive.
47, the MASH helicopters. So we have, I think, 4 of those based out of there right now. And then we have some other Icons and other different aircraft or other rotor wing that are out there. So,
Fantastic.
Any questions, Jerry?
No questions, just a comment. I had a chance to visit with Gino a couple weeks back. If you get a chance to spend an hour with him, he'll take you to play that airplane from 1947.
oh, yeah, we have, we did a little bit of research, my son and I were doing a job, and we found an airplane that was based at the airport when the airport first opened in 1947. So it's a 1929 airplane. There's only one of 3. This is one of 3 that were ever made. And the lady was nice enough to put it on loan to the airport, and we can use it to promote the airport. If you came up for pancake breakfast, it was there in the middle. So that's...
It's 100 years, almost 100 years old, and it's there, and you're touching, and you... I was moved to tears almost. I'm done now.
Any comments, Marvin?
No, sir.
I had no idea all this was going, it's been a few years.
Well, thank you, because you
Yeah.
learned something. That's good.
Yeah, I'd love to come out and visit.
Anytime, just come on out. You can give us a call. Right now, it's real busy with the taxi lane,
Yeah.
so just send me a message, and we'll make sure I'm there available for you.
The reason he asked me, well, he got a hold of me, I don't know if he'd come, but I guess he got a hold of Sarah. I want to condition this young man to Hastings Berry County Airport.
Hastings City, Berry County Airport.
Anyhow. John, you got a question?
Vice chairman of the board, I know about it. Gino fills me in on everything.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Gino. Item 9A, consider casting a ballot for Michelle Lavoie and Josh Meringa to serve 3-year terms on the MML Liability and Property Pool Board. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Support?
Okay, motion by Rocha, supported by Devroy, to cast a ballot for Michelle Lavoie, Josh Meringa to serve 3-year terms on MML Liability and Property Pool Boards. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Brem,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Stenzelbarton,
Yes?
Barlow,
Yes.
Devroy,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Okay, items of business, consider approval of under direction of staff, the downtown business connections request to hold the Fall Girls Night Out event on Thursday, October 9th, 2025 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and consent to close South Jefferson Street between State Street and Court Street, and they're also asking for us to allow food trucks or not.
Yes, I believe that's in the special event application.
Okay.
I'll make the motion to
Second.
approve, under direction of staff, the downtown business connection Fall Girls
Second.
Night Out
Norman?
on Thursday, October 9th, 2025, from 5 to 8 p.m.
Support?
We already have a motion and support. Motion by McLean, supported by Barlow. Any comments or questions? Roll call.
McLean,
Yes.
Stenzelbarton,
Yes.
Devroy,
Yes.
Brem,
Yes.
Barlow,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Next item, consider approval of, under direction of staff, the Hastings Student Council's request to conduct the annual homecoming parade on city streets located near Hastings High School on Friday, October 10th, 2025 from 5:30 to 6.
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Support?
That would have been cold.
Yeah.
It still might be cold.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold. Okay, motion by Stenzelbarton, supported by McLean, to approve under direction of staff the Hastings Student Council's request to conduct the annual homecoming parade on city streets located near Hastings High School on Friday, October 10th, 2025, from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m.
5:30.
5:30 to 6 p.m. Any questions, comments? It's a lot of fun.
It is.
Yes, it is. No further comments, roll call.
Stenzel-Barton,
Yes.
Barlow,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
Brem,
Yes.
Devroy,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Also in your packet, consider approval of, under direction of staff, St. Rose of Lima's request to hold the annual 5K fun run to be held on May 2nd, 2026 from 10 a.m. until 11:30 p.m.
I'll make that motion, sir.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's a long time to,
Yeah.
even for an old
It's
guy like
supposed
me.
to be, this is a typo, it's supposed to be
AM,
11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m.
10 a.m. until 11:30 a.m.
10 a.m. to
That is,
11:30 a.m.
What's reflected in the memorandum, so it's a typo on the front page of the agenda.
Okay.
It should be 10 to 11:30
10 to 11.
A.m.
Yep, that's what we got.
a.m. 10 to 11:30 a.m.
Let me repeat it again. Consider approval of, under direction of staff, St. Rose of Lima's request to hold the annual 5K fun run to be held on May 2nd, 2026 from 10 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. Do I hear a motion?
I thought, yeah, I'll make that motion.
Support. Sorry, I was getting behind.
Okay, motion by McLean, support by Devroy. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Devroy,
Yes.
Stenzel-Barton,
Yes.
Barlow,
Yes.
Brem,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Item D, consider approval of the replacement of a storm sewer on South Boltwood Street from Baker Excavating for $17,000.
I'll make that motion, sir.
Support.
Okay, motion by Barlow, support by McLean, to approve the replacement of storm sewer on South Boltwood Street from Baker Excavating for $17,300. Questions? Roll call.
Rocha,
Yes.
Brem,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Stenzel-Barton,
Yes.
Barlow,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Devroy,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Next item, item E, consider approval of the shared purchase of a port account model 8048 respirator fit tester for the shared cost of $5,800. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Okay, motion by Brem, supported by McLean, to approve the shared purchase of a port account model 8048 respirator fit tester for the shared cost of $1,500. Comments?
I have a question. This is a fit tester for breathing apparatus, correct?
That's correct. Yes.
I tried to look it up, and I guess I didn't find, is, for self-contained breathing apparatus, it has to fit correctly.
That's correct.
And right now, I know when I had it done, it was done at Ahmed, I guess it was. This expenditure is $5,800. Would it be less expensive to have Ahmed do it?
No.
Over?
No, this gives us the ability to do it. So the way we're going to work this is so currently the device is a $17,400 device. The device that's currently in service is at end of life. So the plan is to share it between 3 fire departments. That'll be Hastings, Caledonia, and Thornapple. We'll share it between the 3 of us. We'll all have it 3/4 of we'll have it a quarter per, and that'll leave a single quarter for maintenance and repairs. So it allows us to do the testing on our schedule when we need to do it. And if we have new personnel come on board, we can test it. If we have If we need to retest, if somebody has a problem, we can retest it. Using ArcMeds, they're kind of pricey. So, and this allows us to do it on our own schedule when we need to be done.
All right, and with 3 owners, does the warranty still remain in place?
Correct. So,
Okay.
so the warranty is, so Thornapple will actually be the legal owner of the device. And that's why it will spend an extra quarter. It'll spend 2 quarters in Thornapple and 1 quarter in Hastings and 1 in Caledonia.
Okay.
And so the cost includes 5-year maintenance contract. But the device is good for 15 years. So in 5 years' time, we'll have to re-up the maintenance contract. So there are no other fees for us to test it. We can use it as much as we want. If we need it outside that quarter, we can use it at any time, providing it's not being used by another department.
Okay, thank you. I was
Yep.
a little blurry on all that.
Any other questions? Okay, we have motion by Brem, supported by McLean, to approve the shared purchase of a port account model 8048 respirator fit tester for the shared cost of $5,800. No further comments, roll call.
Barlow.
Yes.
Rocha.
Yes.
Stenzelbarton.
Yes?
Devroy.
Yes.
Brem.
Yes.
Rezegi.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Item F, consider authorization of the purchase of a new radar trailer along with a portable radar sign from All Traffic Solutions Incorporated for the total amount of $17,132.12. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make that motion, Your Honor.
Support.
Okay, motion by Rezegi, supported by Devroy, to authorize the purchase of a new radar trailer along with a portable radar sign from All Traffic Solutions Incorporated for the total amount of $17,132.12. Comments?
The only comment I have, Mayor, is that it's a 5-year contract for $40,000, so it's $8,150 over a single year. But we went ahead and budgeted $10,000 for that year, right? So I'm assuming we're probably going to budget every year. I'm assuming for $10,000 to continue that contract.
I think you skipped ahead to the next one, John.
I think
Did I skip ahead already?
Yeah, you're on the wrong
No,
one.
I'm on the wrong one. Sorry. Well,
Yeah, Dale
I'll
all
answer
messed
that
up.
on the next one, sir.
thank you. I appreciate that, sir. I'm good.
Anybody else?
Did I understand that they still will keep the old one too, and that this would enable them to have more than one?
No, ma'am, the old one is no longer functioning.
Okay.
It's the old one, so I've been here going on 20. It was here before me. I think having a conversation with the mayor, it was here when he was still at the garage. So, and honestly, I looked for records. I cannot find, it's 25 plus.
I think Jerry Sarver bought it.
So
Oh,
that one will be sold however we can get the most amount of money for, to go back to general fund. The two that I'm proposing, one is a similar trailer, a little smaller, a little bit easier to put in certain places. The other one is a portable sign that we can move from post to post.
Okay.
And that one, the idea is to be able to use year-round. Whereas when I have the 2 to 6 a.m. parking on,
Yeah.
I don't like to park that trailer in the roadway because we're telling people not to park there, right?
Yeah.
So it would be 2 separate devices.
Okay.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Dale. I had the ability to go through Vicksburg, which had the portable signs this weekend.
Okay.
And I really liked the looks of it, and I liked where you could just move it around on the signpost.
Nice.
Do we look forward to buying more of those in the future? Is that, I mean, one is, it's nice,
Sure.
but, you know,
I
maybe
believe
next
so.
year, the next following year, another one, you know,
Well,
every now and then to get a
what-
couple of them?
What I would like to do, so the trailer and the sign, there's some differences on what they
Yeah.
can do. They both collect data. They both take pictures. I'm trying to get the one that writes you a ticket, but no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So the signs, there's a few differences in regards to the operability, but the biggest thing is that portability. See how it goes. I think they're 55 and
Yep,
change.
yeah.
And yeah, it's very possible. And like I said in my memo, this is one of the most requested things by citizens. Obviously, there's complaints and violations that occur daily that we attempt to address. So it's very possible.
Good.
Any other questions?
I did. The trailer, not only is there maintenance on the trailer, because that whole system is 11 grand, and the sign attachment, which to me looks like everything, we could actually get three signs instead of a trailer. But that was just a thought.
Sure.
That's the way I looked at it.
So I did kick that around. Actually, I had 2 signs, 2 of the portable signs, but unfortunately, the signs do not have the same capabilities.
Right, I noticed that.
Message boarding is one of them that the trailer has, where the sign doesn't have the same type of capability, or the portable. So with that being said, having the both of best worlds, that portability plus year-round operation, something new. Instead of following what we've always done, always known, getting some new technology in this trailer, and it's so much smaller. So there's certain places I couldn't put the other trailer because of the size of it. So yeah, you're right, sir. We could have bought at least 2, possibly 3, actually 3 with what I requested here tonight. So it's true. I can buy 3 along with what I requested.
I believe you. I like getting 3.
What do you want to spend?
I want to spend as little as possible.
That's true. Yeah, you're right, but I did make the decision to go with that trailer and that portable sign. So try out that portable sign, see how it is. We're spending the taxpayers' money, so I want to make sure the operability of it is what we expect. So I know what the trailer does. The city knows what it does. We had that other one for, I don't know, Mayor, 30, close?
At least,
High close to
30 years.
So,
Any other questions? Okay, we have a motion and support to authorize purchase of a new radar trailer along with a portable radar sign from All Traffic Solutions for the total amount of $17,134.12. No further questions or comments? Roll call.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Barlow,
Yes.
Stenzelbarton,
No.
Devroy,
Yes.
Brem,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Thanks, Dale.
Yes.
Next item, consider authorization of the purchase of 4 new Taser Model 10S and signed contract with Exxon Enterprise for the next 5 years of service in a total amount of $40,780.
I'll make the motion to authorize the purchase of that 4 new Taser Model 10S's.
I support that.
Okay, we have a motion by McLean, supported by Brem, to authorize the purchase of 4 new Taser Model 10S and signed contract with Exxon Enterprise for the next 5 years of service in the total amount of $40,780. Question, John?
Yes, I had one, sir. If you would be so kind.
Yes, sir. I believe you were asking about the total, that 40, it is $8,156 per year for that 5-year contract. At 2.5 years, they replace all the equipment. Kind of much like our Taser, our Axon body cameras, same thing. This price also includes all the training. And the city, we actually at this point, we wouldn't have to purchase any cartridges, training, or cartridges that are used in a use of force situation. They're automatically replaced under this contract. The VR, the virtual reality headset for the training for the officers comes with that. So we get an added extra bonus in the training. Everything anymore, especially with Axon, Axon International, it's all contractual. We currently carry the X26P Taser, no longer being offered. There's some that have been rebuilt on the shelf, so if one of mine goes down, we can replace. They have Taser 7 model and 10. 10 is the best technology. We're going to put our officers with the best technology. Not much price difference between the 7 and the 10. So, and everything at this point is, it's a contract. So, a lot different than it used to be. But yeah, that's where we're at.
Is there any body that would be willing to purchase that, or that may need that we may be able to sell that for?
Is the actual weapon?
The X-26s.
So there's really no, I do get some people that send me information that request our old stuff. There's not much value to it. They, even with Taser, speaking with them, they give you pretty much pennies for it. So, and really right now, they're just rebuilding. So there's not a lot of credit, not whatsoever. Everything's plastic molded, everything. If it goes down, it's a brand new unit, or brand new rebuilt unit, basically. So,
right.
Yeah, unfortunately, no. Not like our service weapons where there's still value in them when they go. So,
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
Am I allowed to ask how often you have to use them?
Well,
Do you want to demonstrate?
you can ask that, yes.
More than they do their service weapon.
Yeah.
So, on a discharge, off the top of my head,
Yeah.
Don't quote me, maybe 5 to 6 times a year for probe deployment, which would be actual pulling of the trigger and launching the darts. Paying compliance side, probably about the same, which would be with the Taser cartridge removed and just a shocking experience, so to speak. Our officers do a great job with their brain and their mouth, but sometimes it does require a little bit more. So, yeah, we don't get crazy with them, but we do use them. So.
Is that how you say it? A Taser Model 10S?
Yes, ma'am.
Just curious.
What'd I say?
I don't know. I was looking at it. It's supposed to be
Oh,
10?
no, it's 10, 10s, just
Tens.
plural, I'm sorry.
Tens.
It's not
Okay,
10s.
so that's what I was
It's
wondering.
Model 10, yes.
Do we get to see a demonstration of you trying it out on the mayor?
Oh.
That was a legitimate question
I
on
get
my
it, I
part.
get it, I get it.
Yeah,
Any other
no.
comments?
Maybe we can sell
questions?
tickets and raise money to pay for it.
We need some money for Tangletown, don't we?
There we
City
go.
manager?
Yes, we do.
Let's tase the chief.
Yeah, there we
Okay,
go.
we have no other questions. We have motion and support. Roll call.
Brem,
Yes.
Rocha,
Yes.
Deveroy,
Yes.
Barlow,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
Stenzelbarn,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Next item, consider accepting the proposal for Progressive Companies for the West State Street Corridor Plan in amount of $48,500. You want to explain what's going to happen down there, Sarah?
Sure. So MDOT is reconstructing West State Street from Cook to Broadway in state fiscal year 2028. So we've had some conversations with MDOT as they're starting their planning process. We're in pre-design at this point. And I was approached by Progressive Companies regarding this project because they plan to bid on it for MDOT. And they were asking if we had developed any input or plans for this corridor. And we really haven't had a lot of discussion about that, largely because it's MDOT's road. It's not in our jurisdiction, so there's not really anything that we can directly impact. But MDOT has been making efforts to more closely include local communities' input. So we have the opportunity to create a plan or some kind of strategy, which we really haven't had much discussion about, even in our master planning process. So if you review the master plan, even though this is identified as an important commercial corridor, and some vague generalized problems were identified in the master plan, there really isn't a clear path forward or vision for this area. And I think a lot of the reason that wasn't developed is because it's really outside of our purview in a lot of ways. So what Progressive Companies has been able to do with a number of other communities is to develop these plans, include community and public input, have something that is to the level that it can be approved by a city council or planning commission, sometimes even adopted as a sub-area plan of the master plan. That can then be used to identify to MDOT what some strategies or changes could be in the design that would benefit the community as a whole. So if we don't do this, they're going to come in and reconstruct what we have now. If we do this, we don't really know what the end result is going to be. Ultimately, MDOT has to approve it. And then if there's a difference in the cost between just straight reconstruction of what's there and what we negotiate with them to add or change, we would be expected to make up that budgetary difference. So since we don't know what any of those things are, we don't have any costs identified. But this is, once it's reconstructed, going to be the way it is for another 50, 60 years before it gets reconstructed again. So this is really a once in a very long time opportunity to identify things that need to change. Maybe they're design improvements, maybe there is some sort of gateway marker. A lot of people feel that when they're driving on State Street, they don't feel like they're in the city until they get to downtown, when really all of that is the city, and it's just sort of all seems like a commercial corridor that's lacking identity. There are people who have expressed concerns with speed, who have expressed concerns with driveways. So this really gives us the opportunity to study and evaluate those things, bring in public input, and determine some design improvements that may benefit us when they do the redesign and the rebuild. So we don't know what the outcome will be because that's what the process is about, right? It's as much about the process as the destination. I've had a few different conversations with Progressive Companies. They came in several weeks ago and spoke with a group of us and provided some examples of sample plans that they've had. This is the second proposal that they gave me because we kind of narrowed some things down to be a bit more tailored to what I felt would be representative of what we would want as a community. I know Dan chatted with the DDA a little bit at their last meeting about covering a portion of this because this stretch is in the DDA district. They hadn't had the opportunity to look at the proposal or anything like that, but it does make sense to share that cost with them. So my recommendation is to move forward with this. I think that Progressive Companies is uniquely positioned to do a study like this very well. They have a very good reputation and have done similar projects locally. I didn't have to approach them. They knew all about this project already. And I appreciate when someone has really gone above and beyond and done their homework before just coming to us trying to sell something. Like they really knew what this project was and what we might be looking for and asked a lot of good questions. So I was really impressed with their presentation in that way. So this is not a budgeted expense because we didn't know when we were putting the budget together that this was something that we could do that would have benefit. But we can certainly use general fund balance for this project and hopefully share at least a portion of it with the DDA if they approve.
So I just want to share one thing. I was in that meeting with Sarah and Dan, and I was impressed with this company because, well, first, like she said, they approached us, but they have a proven track record with the state of Michigan to get things done. If a community comes to them and they do design work, they got a good chance of getting it done. I think they said they did in Marshall.
They're doing stuff in Marshall and I
Elegant.
think Mount Pleasant,
Yeah.
maybe Rockford, several different communities fairly recently.
And I don't know what everybody's thought is on it. I would like to see something different down there than just a 5-lane cement road.
Yeah.
And you could,
that.
and what'll happen, they'll set up, they'll do similar to what we did with the streetscape. They'll have people come in and talk about different designs, and ultimately, what the public decides is what this company will promote to the state. I think it's a great deal. Like she said, it's in the DDA district, and I would be surprised if the DDA doesn't come up with some of this money to pay for this. But right now, we need to get the ball rolling, and I think it's a great thing. I know John was driving that road every day down to the jail, and you know, it's you can get run over down there, and I'd like to see some kind of calming effect down there, whether that's, you know, some trees in the middle of the road, yeah, for people. You know, islands or whatever.
I like where you're going, Mayor.
They could
We'll
come up, they could.
identify lots of options.
Well, this is the first step for us to see something different down there.
Correct.
And you know when you come in from the west, the speed limit's 50 miles an hour. Then you come down to 40 miles an hour till you hit the light at Broadway.
Yep.
And if you've got a green light, the traffic coming on to Broadway, the downtown is doing 50 miles an hour. And I'd like to see us change that. So do I hear a motion to approve
I'll
this?
make the motion to accept the proposal by Progressive Companies for the West State Street corridor in the amount of $48,450.
Support.
Can I say
Okay.
something?
Hmm?
Can I say something?
Sure. Well,
Yeah.
let me accept the motion and support first, then you can say something.
Oh, okay.
Motion by McLean, supported by Deveroy, to accept the proposal by Progressive Companies for the West State Street Corridor Plan in the amount of $48,450. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think about that corridor, and I totally agree with you. One thing that comes to my mind specifically is kids, because I had 3 teen drivers at the same time. And one of the things that was a rule at our house, you don't go to Market and State. You don't turn there, because that corner is extremely dangerous, because the people are going from 50 to 40, and then if they see the green light, they're speeding up again. So, yes, I wholeheartedly support this, and I would like to see something done at that corner. So that, and only because of kids in general. I know other kids who have gotten in accidents at that corner. Yeah, that's all.
Any other comments?
I know this isn't in our budget, but this is one of the biggest issues and topics that people are talking about in the city that are roads. It's the #1 thing, and I see it all over online. I see everybody, and this is one of those things where I think this is a good use of our money, taxpayers' money, not our money. But if we talk about treasure of the old and progress with the new, I think this is a combination of both, where you could really make that, like you were talking. I love the idea of the trees and just kind of actually making that almost like the formal entry into Hastings. Because you're right, because you're like, what is this? And all of a sudden, boom, where's the city? We're in the beginning start. So I think this is a great opportunity. I think this is a good use of taxpayer money, and I think people will finally be happy with us going in that direction.
Terry, do you have a comment?
Not that I don't agree that something needs to be done. We have one company. Is there not a couple of them that would come in like to talk to us?
So Progressive kind of has the edge, and that's why I'm recommending that we continue just going with them. There's other planning companies, there's other design companies. A lot of them are either engineers or planners. They have both, which is part of their unique edge. So I feel that they would be superior to any other company that we seek out for something similar.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Go ahead.
I would love to see center islands with
Yeah.
trees in that center lane. Absolutely. Yeah, we have and one of my pet peeves is somebody always pulling out from the store or something and turning into that left lane while you're coming down
Oh,
the
yeah, it
street.
happens all the
You have
time.
no idea because they're supposed to turn into your lane and not turn into that left lane. You have no idea whether they're turning in front of you and you're gonna hit them or whatever you're gonna do, and that causes people to slam on their brakes, and it's without that island in there, that would, or with that island there, it would prevent all that.
Yeah.
Any other comments? No, we have a motion and support, roll call.
Deb Roy,
Yes.
Stenzelbarton,
No.
Rocha,
Yes.
Barlow,
Yes.
Brem,
Yes.
Rezegi,
Yes.
McLean,
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Okay, item 11, staff presentations and policy discussions. Pedestrian crossing survey results.
So I've included a summary of the results in the packet. We had the survey available for 4 weeks. We had 149 total respondents. Some of the respondents didn't quite answer the survey correctly. So for example, there were several people who said that they use the crossing daily and then later said they've never used it. So there's a little bit of that going on. So just take these results with a grain of salt because I'm unsure how to identify all of their responses. But the good news here is that 80% of respondents selected who have used the pedestrian island said that they either really liked it and they felt safe using it, or it's an improvement to not having it. So they might still want something else. Maybe that's the island being permanent, being built up a little bit more. Maybe it's a bridge. It could be any variety of things. We didn't ask them to identify specifically what that improvement was, but they were happy that something was there. So that's good news. In terms of whether a bridge is supported, we didn't really get good information on that. Something that I thought was interesting, I guess I should go back. One of the reasons why it's difficult to interpret those results is we didn't ask, and I kind of did it on purpose, but I wish now that I hadn't. We didn't ask if they were city residents or not, because we were really trying to focus just on the user experience. It doesn't matter if you're a city resident or not, you're using this trail, how do you feel about it? But the downside is that didn't really play well into the pedestrian bridge question when we were asking about funding sources, because of course you don't care if it's taxpayer funded or what the funding source is if you're not a city resident because you're not paying for it. So we kind of missed the mark on that question. Something interesting in the results was that people seem to feel the same way about the island or a potential bridge, regardless of whether they reported that they used the crossing daily, weekly, monthly, or occasionally. There was a little bit less comfort with the island amongst people who haven't used it very much. But all in all, it doesn't seem to have influenced behavior directly, more how people feel comfortable or safe using it. So this gave us some helpful information, but not a lot that is concrete for decision making. I don't think that it raises a strong feeling that we need to pursue a bridge. That didn't come through. Especially with the cost and other things that we've discussed. If this survey was like, yes, we absolutely need a bridge, we hate this island, this isn't working, that would be maybe something different, but that didn't really strongly come through here. But you can tell that people value the park, they value the trail, they value the ability to get around the city using non-motorized transportation. So those are all good things. So it pointed in some directions, but also didn't tell us things maybe as conclusively as I had hoped that they would when we put this out.
Questions, comments? Go ahead.
So, when we had this conversation previously, did we talk about those flashing signs, like yield signs, or
We
people
had a discussion
crosswalk?
about
or-
how to maybe make it more permanent, and I
Mhm.
think that was one of the suggestions.
Can we research that and the cost of
I
those?
agree, that was
So
where I was
that's
going to.
much more cost effective
Right.
for sure.
Mhm.
And we had talked internally about pursuing the option with MDOT to see what it would take for them to allow us to have something more permanent there, because there's a few issues. One issue is that the crosswalk is at an angle. It doesn't even go straight across. So that means that the pedestrian or the bicyclist is in the crosswalk for longer than if it was straight across. So that needs to be straightened. The island could be made permanent. There could be improved signage. There could be, flashing lights. MDOT does approve that sometimes. So those are all options that would improve this without having the ginormous cost of
A bridge.
some other alternatives that sometimes don't get used
Right.
well. So my recommendation, if you're asking for one, is to continue pursuing improving this island model and focus on that as the choice solution.
I like that solution.
I do too.
I think the best question you asked was that question, where the answer is, I have crossed using the pedestrian island. The island somewhat improved the crossing. 69 and 28 of those responses, I think, were very positive if it was more visible.
Yeah.
Sure.
Exactly.
And when I read that, that's what led up to everything you just said.
Thank you.
I think that was.
So what do you want to do? You want to authorize the city manager to look at improving that site over there?
Yeah, do I need to make a motion?
I'd like to comment too on that too.
Good.
So reading through that, it looks like 65% of the respondents were somewhat or really badly uncomfortable with that. So it says, where's it at? Cross the pedestrian island. The island somewhat improved the crossing, but still felt uncomfortable. And the other one is, I've crossed using a pedestrian island. The island did not improve the convenience or safety I felt crossing the road. So, the big respondents there, 48% said, yeah, if there's some improvements, but I really don't feel comfortable with it. With the other 18% saying, I don't feel comfortable at all. And if you look at the bridge, and I'm not a proponent of trying to spend any more money than we have. I would like to see outside funding and sources for this, but 82% of respondents said a bridge would be a good use of that. I'm not looking at it for and improving or for the usage of, right? I'm not looking at it going, oh, do more people use the bridge versus the crosswalk? I'm looking at it as from a safety perspective, right? When I look at that, if we lost some life at that particular junction, that's catastrophic in my opinion. So for me, it's like, well, only 10 people use the bridge, yeah, but we saved 10 lives versus, so that's the way I look at it. Again, I'm a proponent of using outside sources and funding. I'm not a proponent of using funds here, but I just wanted to point that out too. If we can improve the safety of that at a much more cost-effective way, I'm okay with that. I'm not sold. I don't have to be sold on the bridge. It was just a thought.
Sure.
But I just wanted to bring those numbers out there because again, for me, it's about a safety thing. I just want to make sure that anybody who crosses, especially in the summertime when we have so much going on over there, you see strollers and stuff going across. That just that we do that.
Jackie?
Is there any way, Chief, that you could, just for curiosity, run some report that tells you the incidents that have happened at that crosswalk?
If they were crash related?
Crash related?
The answer would be yes.
Or, has anyone gotten hit on a bicycle? Has anyone, are there any instances like that?
I could look for the block system and see what has happened. Now, off the top of my head, I don't know of any injury accident there recently. And I say recently, could be a year or 2 years, but I could do that and bring that back.
I'm just curious, based on what John's saying, like safety reasons, why, I would want to know that information, like, how safe is it? How many incidences was
Sure.
there that there was a safety issue.
Yeah, I can look that up. I do concur with the city manager. I do, at first, I wasn't really, it was kind of a weird thing. We're used to what we're used to, right? Never been there before. I've seen some positive things with it. Also some things that we could maybe tweak and make a little better. You know, in regards to its location, you know, speaking with MDOT and, you know, the relationship we have with them, you know, who knows what the future holds for that? You know, so one of the things that I have heard in speaking with people in regards to drivers, they want the left-hand turn turning onto Thorn Street shut off. They want that. They don't want that. So coming southbound, people don't get into that turn lane because it's kind of a short distance.
It really is.
That's really the biggest complaint that I hear, is that somebody trying to turn left on a Thorn. You know, really, I mean, I don't know how many people do that. Probably not a lot, but it does happen, right? But other than that, that's really the biggest, the chief complaint that I've gotten from, you know, drivers, so to speak. So.
Okay, I just have one other question. I'm so sorry.
When you get done, I'm gonna talk.
Okay, great. So the contraption that we just approved, would that tell you if you put that on Thorn Street, how many people are actually turning left right there?
I don't know about turning left. It would count cars for me, but I'm not certain if it would count or tell which direction.
Right, I get that. Okay, just a thought. I was just
The problem you would have with that, you wouldn't know if they were coming north and turning on over.
Right, that's what I said.
I don't know about direction.
I think the biggest fear, and I get what John's saying now, the biggest fear I think people have of that, because I've walked that crosswalk, and I've been on a bicycle on it, and the scariest part of that down there is the people are heading north. Because when the light turns green at Apple Street, they got their foot on the gas. You know, and I think and this is something you're gonna have, and I know I know Dale's frustration sometimes dealing with the state. You know, we tried forever to get the flashing lights on Hanover Street for the kids crossing over there. But I think if they had signs on from both directions, I think if they had something there, maybe flashing by Mill Street, I don't know, you know, the state's gonna have to approve all that stuff, and have something heading south, like by the bridge. There's nothing really up there that indicates that anybody's crossing there.
No.
You know, it's a great way to start over there with that island, but sometimes you have a hard time even seeing it if it's bright out, you know. So maybe we could improve the island we have and maybe go after the state for some signage. And I always thought that coming south, there ought to be a sign right there that says no left turn at Thorn Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a good relationship with MDOT and the people we've been working with. So I can continue to kind of look at it and with the city manager explore some, you know, better options. Now, we're also coming to the time of the year where, you know, it's going to be probably removed. We did kind of lobby last year to maybe leave it in, because once you leave something in, drivers get used to it, right?
Exactly.
So that was kind of a concept, but you know, we ended up taking it out. So you know, I can call tomorrow, set up some meetings and see about doing a few of these things in regards to signage and traffic control on Thorn Street. And I guess it doesn't hurt to ask and find out. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that's where we're headed, right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna let you continue on what you're doing.
We will continue to pursue the options.
Well, I think one thing that we can't control is that a lot of people don't have the understanding of what a pedestrian crossing is. And it's unfortunate, especially for what we've done in downtown here, and put in those pedestrian crossings. I talk to the traffic as I walk across the street. But I find it very unfortunate. People are in such a hurry. They won't even let you pull out of a parking place downtown. They still want to continue through even if you're half pulled out. So it's partly that, not them understanding the pedestrian crossing.
Okay, anything else? We kind of killed that thing, but.
Hey, it's important to us.
I know.
It is.
And I like the conversation. City manager report.
So the assistant manager position has been posted.
Give them the
So
deal
it's on
and
our
take care of it.
website, on the MML's website, and on LinkedIn. I've had 3 applications already, and I just posted it on Friday, so that's good. It's getting some traction there. And we are working on hiring 2 people for the DPS garage. We did interviews last week, offered a job to one person today, and he accepted. And we'll be offering the other job to somebody shortly. So that's all good news moving forward on that front. So does anybody have any questions for me?
Any questions of the manager?
All right, thank you.
Okay, Dale Boulder's monthly report. It's in your packet. You want to hear Dale talk some more?
Not really.
Not really, but we love them, but.
The lines are on.
Yeah, really.
It's just a short one. In my report, I had mentioned Officer Shinaki and his Phase 4, finishing that. He did complete that successfully, so today was his very first day on the road, rolling solo. So he will be assigned a shift here shortly. So good kid, he finished up, still got a lot to learn, but he's got a good foundation under him. So really, that's what I wanted to let you guys know. So.
Any questions of Dale? Thanks, Dale.
Thank you, sir.
In your packet, city clerk, treasurer, Perrin's monthly financial report. Anything to add, Linda?
I have nothing to add.
Any questions of Linda? Community Development Director, Dan King's monthly report. Anything to add, Dan?
The only thing I have to add is the Planning Commission has scheduled a special meeting for this coming Friday at 3 p.m. right here in the council chambers. They'll be conducting a public hearing for the final site plan review and PUD amendment for 420 East Mill project.
Did you need attendance for that, Dan, to make sure that you have a quorum?
We would like that because we know we're down at least 2 members right now.
Okay, I'll be there.
What time and place?
It's this coming Friday, the 26th, 3 p.m. right here in council chambers.
Planning Commission meeting.
I know I'm not part of it, but it sounded interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's something I watch every day.
Okay, anything else, Dan? Any questions of Dan? In your report also is Rob Neal, Street Superintendent's report. Rob's attending classes this week, so if you have any questions, I'm sure he'll be at the next council meeting. Okay, reports and communications. Item A, Downtown Development Authority draft meeting minutes, September 18th, 2025. Entertain a motion to accept and place that item on file.
So moved. Support?
Rocha.
Support, yeah.
Okay, we have a motion by Brem, supported by Rocha, to accept item A and place on file. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Public comment. Lost all the public. 3 minutes. Tell me who you are.
Gino Lucci from Nashville, Michigan, talking to you as a civilian now, I guess. But on your island, as somebody who travels through there probably 4 or 5 times a day, I think if you put, for what it's worth, a red light at your next intersection up, that'll actually control your traffic down below and would increase my survivability probably by about 65% for crossing over onto that road. And for what I see out there, it's Indy 500 would be safer than what you see out there every day. So if you, I think you'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Just my 2 cents on what I see every day driving through there, and it'll control it all the way down. Because if you stop them there, they're going to stop down. Plus, the race isn't on to see how fast you can get up that hill, also because you'll have a red light up there. Thank you.
Thank you, Gino. Anything to say tonight, Kevin? Mayor and council comment. John, got a comment tonight?
Not tonight.
Commented out.
Norman?
No, sir.
Gordon?
No.
I'll pass.
Any comments? What about you, Ann? John? To make things go faster, I'll tell you what I did last week. I attended.
What?
I attended the Municipal League convention last week. I interacted with probably 40 or 50 mayors from other communities around the state. And one of the great things about the Municipal League is we pick up a lot of information. Cities our size, and you've heard this before, larger than us. I met the police chief of Grand Rapids, real tall guy. But next year, I think it's going to be in Traverse City, so I would recommend to a few of you maybe go up there and see what it's all about. In the spring, in Lansing, they have what they call the Capital Conference. That's a little closer for us. They have a lot of vendors that go in there, and they show their wares and give you an idea of what might work for you in your community. But get involved in the municipal league is what I'm trying to say.
Can you remind us of those events next year?
I will.
Thank you. That'd be great.
Anything else coming for council?
No, I'll make the motion to move to closed session.
Okay, motion by McLean.
Support.
Do I have support by Devroy to consider recessing closed session at the conclusion of regular business as permitted under Section 8(1)(a) of the Michigan Open Meetings Act for the periodic personnel evaluation of the city manager at the manager's request. All in favor? No, roll call.
Rocha.
Yes.
Rezegi.
Yes.
Stenzelbart.
Yes.
Barlow.
Yes.
Brem.
Yes.
Devroy.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Tassava.
Yes. Okay, we're adjourned into closed session.
Let's do this.
The problem, Dale, with the fireworks. Oh, he's talking, Gino. The problem with fireworks is